What is going on YouTube? STIPE here today, and today we're going to be doing a full review on the Summit Reserve. Now in front of me here, this is the 2023 model. I wanted to do a complete review on this because I was a big fan of the previous generation Grand Cherokee, and I wanted to kind of give my opinion on what I think of the new body style Grand Cherokee, and does it compare, and is it better or is it worse, or is it kind of in the same category as the previous one? So we're going to get into that in just a second. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. So we're gonna go for a ride in this and see, as far as comparableness, how similar it is. Like I said, I mean, I would probably say that it should be similar to the previous one. I've driven them a couple times, never really out on the road like we're gonna go take it out right now. So I am kind of curious to see, one thing, really what the 3.6 feels like in this. It is a 3.6, so it's still got the 8-speed. I kind of want to experience all of that. We're gonna drive it now, and I really liked the way the previous style Grand Cherokee drove. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to be disappointing, and that this is gonna upset me. I think I'll be impressed with it. I'm sure it'll be a little more refined. The one thing I liked about the previous style Grand Cherokee was that the 3.6 had a lot of power, and when I say that, comparably to, like, I've driven obviously a Charger, a Challenger, and a Ram with the 3.6. Trying to think what else, the Durango as well. I'm sure I'm missing one. Oh, the Wrangler. But and quite honestly, in the Grand Cherokee, for some reason, it was just light years more powerful, it felt like. So I'm hoping that I'm going to experience something similar in this, and that it's going to feel the same. The one thing I did think that really benefited it was the 8-speed really made it feel good in the previous body style, so I'm hoping it does the same thing in this. As far as the finish on the interior, everything goes, I think they knocked it out of the, like, right out of the park with that. One thing I gotta say about Jeep is their interiors have been very good. Chrysler in general, I mean, the Ram interior is light years ahead, I think, of most of the trucks right now. Let's see here, we're gonna go around this corner now. Just check it here. I'm gonna lower the ride height. This does have air suspension. So I'm just going to go into normal mode. I'm not going to go into any other mode or anything like that. I'm just going to go right into the normal mode and just see how this feels. Yeah, it does feel a lot like the previous one. I think the steering is a little bit better. It might be a bit smoother too. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. They are very close though. I'm not going to say, if you are a person who has the previous body style Grand Cherokee, I would actually say that you're probably going to like this, because I can already tell it's actually very similar. Who would benefit from buying a vehicle like this? Well, obviously if you have a family, it's a great family vehicle. It's spacious. I think the trunk cargo space is a little bit bigger from what I can see. This isn't the L or anything like that. It's just the Grand Cherokee. The L is a little bit bigger, of course. As far as the Summit Reserve goes, it is the top model. It is the nicest model, and it shows, because the wood grain and everything. Some people don't like wood grain because they feel like it's a little bit outdated and stuff like that. I think wood grain's coming back, and this wood grain that they use in this is not outdated in my opinion. I think the wood grain is actually, it suits it a lot. As far as my height goes in this vehicle, I'm 6'3", right? So I fit pretty comfortably in this. Now, for me, you know, if you're a bigger guy, if you're taller like I am, you're definitely gonna enjoy the fact that there is a lot of space actually in this car. As far as the back seat goes, here we'll show you just how the back seat is. Now, as for the back seat, how comfortable is it actually for me? Well, here, this is basically with this seat all the way back. My knees are against it. I'm about 6'3", so you know, it is a little bit tight when the seat's all the way back. Most likely your passenger isn't going to be sitting like this. Now, in the previous body style Grand Cherokee, you could recline the seat. You can still do that in this one, which I do like, because a lot of fifth row SUVs, the back seat is actually fixed, which bothers me a lot when it comes to that, because I am taller, and when I'm sitting in the back seat, being able to recline the seat is a huge advantage in my opinion for someone like me who is a little bit taller. So if you are a bit of a taller person, you're going to definitely enjoy the fact that you can recline the seat. Like I said, your passenger's not going to be sitting this far back, where the seat is all the way back. So in regards to all of this, this is how you adjust your ride height, as I was speaking about earlier there. You have your four-wheel low, you could actually put in there. This is a 4x4, of course. And you have the auto, sport, snow, sand, mud, and rock. Very typical on all Jeeps. The screen, if you do have anything with the new Uconnect 5 setup, you're going to be familiar probably with this here. Simple. I mean, you've got your media, your comfort, which would be like your climate controls and all of that here. As far as the backup camera goes, I'll put it in reverse. That's the fastest way to get to it. And you can access obviously different angles. You can access the front camera, and again, you know, different angles and all that. And yeah, that would be the large view of the backup camera as far as that goes. Navigation. And the screen looks really nice, I have to say, and obviously there's a screen there as well that'll light up, but your phone, you can do all of your parenting procedures and all of that through here when you get your vehicle. And as far as the vehicle goes, you have the surround camera you can access again and look into all of that. You can definitely play with all of these features and stuff like that, and it'll bring you through all of it. But and show you was the off-road pages. To me, the off-road pages I like showing always because it's cool to me that they actually offer this feature on a Jeep. I think it's pretty smart. I mean, a Jeep should have this all the time, you know. And, you know, your select terrain here, now that we're in snow, you'll see there's a bit of snow. If I go back to auto, it just kind of does that there. So you can also go into sport, which puts it like almost like on a racetrack. I think that's pretty cool animation that it does there. As far as the controls up here go, everything is relevantly the same on all of the newer Jeep product. As far as this goes, you've got your open and close, your vent, the shade structure open and close. You also have as well your assist, your SOS is up here, and you can open the trunk from here and obviously control all of the dome lights as well as a sunglass holder, of course. So in the front, you're going to have vented seats, as well as in the back. This particular Jeep actually optioned it out to have it actually in the back as well. When you're in the back here, obviously the seat does recline. This is your cup holder access there, and the convenience of your actual backseat passengers having the ability to control the climate back here. Down there, USB ports as well as a power outlet. And then the trunk we have here, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a little more spacious than the original one from what I remember. When they did come out with it, I remember talking with one of the reps, and they were telling me that they have become a little bit bigger now. Obviously the button there on the side to close it. The features you can kind of scroll through from the steering wheel, and I'll just go through all that so you can see it. So in comparison to the original Grand Cherokee, am I satisfied? I would say yes. I do like it a lot. Again, you know, when you have obviously more technology pushed into these vehicles, and obviously more research and development as far as the abilities of the vehicle and how well they can operate. Is it a huge improvement from the original one or the previous model one? No. As far as drivability goes, I think they're basically the same. I don't really notice a huge difference, maybe a little bit. As far as a comfort aspect goes, I would say they're about the same. The one thing for me, I find my leg is a little bit close to the center console, being, again, you know, I am 6'3", so just that a little bit, it is a little bit tighter, but I feel like I probably, in the original Style 2, was probably pretty close. I just feel like the way this cuts here, show you here, the way this kind of cuts up early, I feel like my leg is just always resting against here. I don't know, I feel like that might get a little bit uncomfortable over time. But so if you are in the market for one of these, I would highly recommend it. Go to your local dealer, have a look. We're here at Unique Chrysler, and again, you know, you can definitely take these definitely take one out for a drive. Again, if you are a Grand Cherokee owner right now and it's in the previous lifestyle and you're considering whether you want to go with the new one or not, this one right here is about $84,000 Canadian. That's the window sticker. Obviously there are incentives and all of that come off of that too, but I was actually very impressed. I was pleased with the way it drove. I was happy that it wasn't a huge difference from the previous model, because there are times where they do change it too much, and that kind of upsets me sometimes. But I think, you know, with the looks, they did it right. They didn't go crazy and change the vehicle completely. It still does feel like a Grand Cherokee. You still do feel like you're in a luxurious car, and you feel like you are getting what you wanted out of it. I do recommend it. I was satisfied with it. I'm happy with what they did. Again, if you're in the market, definitely go take one out, drive it. Guys, thank you for watching the video. As always, I'll be back with more videos. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and we'll be doing more videos like this. Thanks.